A legend reborn.
We drove the Empire back, but not without sustaining heavy casualties ourselves.
Yeah, no shit.
We never thought the commander of the entire Imperial force would be there.
Yeah.
Not just the commander. Maximilian had that woman with him.
Yeah.
What
The magic
was
bullshit
she?
one.
I can't believe she's human.
No, she's actually magic bullshit.
In her hands borne cobalt lance and shield, therewith to strike down all man's arrows.
Oh, I get it.
What?
One account of the Valkyria describes them in those terms.
You can't mean that she... But they existed thousands of years ago. If they'd survived, we'd know.
I'm not saying I'd buy all the legends either. I realize that it sounds a little crazy.
Well, she did just deflect a tank shell.
But what we saw out there could only have been the Valkyria of legend.
Hey, name drop.
I know.
Oh fuck, I thought this... For some reason I thought this was Valkyria Legends, because I suck.
Chapter 8. The Woodland Snare.
New episode has been added. The personnel tab has been updated. Glossary tab has been updated. Okay. Well, you know the drill. We never go straight. Let's go to headquarters. See what's new. See if we can pick up some better orders. We don't actually have the best orders right now. I remember
Hello again, son.
getting more use.
I'm sorry, but I can think of no orders to teach you. My memory is failing me with age.
Huh?
I hope we'll meet again. Should you wish, you can likely find me here.
Okay, Castlefront Street. I'm sure there's news.
Hey! Dropping by to read the writing on the wall? That's a good man. Oh, and how about the new rising star of Squad 7, huh? I've heard some wild stories. You must be proud.
I'm pretty proud of the fact that we killed a super giant
Couldn't
mega
help but snipe
tank
'em with a
bullshit.
pop interview. You'll have to read it once I get it all drafted up.
Okay, Militia routes Imp Commander. Central Gallian Command reports that a recent chance encounter with Maximilian, Imperial Commander of the Gallian invasion, near the ruins of... Something just fell. Commander of the Gallian invasion near the ruins in central Barius ended in the Empire's defeat and retreat from the Badlands. Speaking with one Gallian soldier who fought in the desert operations reveals a shocking eyewitness account of one female soldier among the Empire's army batting a tank shell out of the air by brute force. Army doctors looked into the possibility of combat stress-induced hallucination, but several other testimonies have arisen to corroborate this wild account. Other reports suggest that she resembled one of the Valkyria of legend, while the Gallian army has issued no official statement on the matter. New load in Gallian southeast. Chief Valance of the Gallian Geological Survey reported recent discoveries of 3 new loads of Ragnite amid the southern mountains. Imperial capture of the key cities in Ragnite-rich northern Gallia has meant a steady drain on domestic production. Paired with a rising demand for Ragnite for military uses, scarcity of the ore has become a critical problem. At the latest survey meeting, Chief Valance stated that the new discovery would likely go a long way towards filling the vacuum that has hounded the Gallian army's energy supply of late. Investigations into the size and quality of the newly found load are currently underway.
So, come to make a donation to the Get Ellet's Name on a Book Fund?
As a matter of fact, yes. Oh. Nothing
Come back and see the
to
writing
buy.
on the wall again soon. I'll be waiting for you.
Okay, get me some new stuff. I like stuff.
Welkin, bro!
Go away. Damn it, we haven't split them yet. Almost gotten to the thing.
for you.
Sniper rifles. Nope. Hand grenades. Nope. Uniforms. Nope. Oh. Blast suits. Nope. Man. Oh. Sure, I will. Yeah. Totally do that. Spare tread, drive system. How much space do we have? Maybe Edelweiss. None. Yeah, we're not really running into much in the way of tread things. What I was hoping for was some stuff to improve its accuracy, but I guess we're not doing that
Come
today.
back again soon, bro. I mean it, man.
Hello, Welkin. Oh, and there have been...
Yeah, I figured. Okay, who's new? Melville. That's a dumb name. Okay, but we just left the desert. That might have been good a while back. Yeah, we're good for now.
Come back.
Okay. Time to spend this XP, because we got a lot of it.
Welcome to...
Okay. For one thing, I don't know how this has happened, where that's a thing. But you guys miss too often. Looks like it's all we can do. I don't remember.
Looks like that.
Okay.
Okay, you grab
Ah!
for a new order.
I was gonna say, I should be getting damage boost. Oh. Oh, yes! Okay, anti-tank boost. Yes. Okay. Cool.
Come back anytime you're ready to sweat.
Personnel tab has been updated. Again? Oh, right, because we were at the barracks. Okay, so I think we had a glossary update. Various rumens, anti-chain. I ruining saying things. Structures found across the Badlands and the temples of the crater's core are collectively called the Barious Ruins. The main temple, said to have been built by the ancient Valkyria, was constructed using giant slabs of Ragnite-rich stone in an architectural style found nowhere else in Gallia. Inside the walls of the antechamber are inscribed within a history of the Darks and Calamity and War of the Valkyria, written in Old Northern script. Decorated with a motif believed to be a representation of Valkyria people, known as the Valkyrian Spiral, the Grand Hall also holds the door leading down into the inner sanctum, closed tight to bar the entry of all outsiders. Okay. War of the Valkyria. Hey, this is what we were looking for. The ancient Valkyria united the European continent after subjugating the Darksons in this half-legendary war of conquest. By circa 30 BC, the Darksons are said to have ravaged much of Europa, wielding the dark arts to harness the destructive potential of Ragnite in their heedless power struggles. Suddenly, an immigrant population known as the Valkyria emerged from the north, bearing a divine power in the form of lances and shields bathed in blue light. Using those to halt the Darkson rampage, they brought peace to Europa, according to inscriptions found in ruins across Europa. That's a lot of Europa in one sentence. In addition to unifying the land under their rule, the Valkyria also are credited for the birth of modern European culture. What didn't they do? They're like Bullshittian Ragnite, but people. Old Northern script. The written form of Old Northern, the lingua franca of Europe, following its unification under Valkyria rule. It uses a set of characters comprised of vertical, horizontal, and angled strokes, no longer legible to most contemporary Europeans. Inscriptions on the monuments discovered across the continent suggest that the script served both as a tool of everyday communication and in rituals. It has been shown that Valkyria royalty and members of the high clergy used a ceremonial variant of the script, though surviving examples are extremely rare. The ancient Darksons were also thought to have their own written language, but no material evidence remains today to support that theory. Valkyria. Didn't you already use that picture? These immigrants from the north are said to have united the devastated continent under one rule in ancient times. Though believed to be an oceanic tribe, they crossed into Europe via the North Sea. Much of their historical origin remains unproven by archaeological fact. The Ragnite weaponry allegedly granted them unparalleled power over the Darkson natives, though other accounts suggest that their very bodies exuded a strange blue light that allowed them to perform superhuman feats. Where historical fact ends and legend begins, none can say. By the end of the 2nd century after the conquest, interbreeding with the native population is thought to have all but ended the pure Valkyrian bloodline. Oh, that's where Selvaria came from. Darksons. Europa's oldest indigenous race, said to have lived across the continent since ancient times, they're characterized by dark blue-black hair and shawls bearing the traditional Darkson pattern. History tells of a Darkson calamity in which this race devastated the continent until the Valkyria defeated them in the War of the Valkyria. For their crimes, essential destruction, the Darksons were stripped of their last names and chased from their jobs and property, and remained the targets of hatred and persecution. Recent use of Darkson labor to mine and smelt Ragnite in refinery sites full of pungent oils have given rise to a new set of stereotypes. Despite endless derision and prosecution, the Darksons remain a proud race with a rich and unique culture. Okay, that's all cool, but can we talk about, like, everyone else on the continent? Because there's 2 giant alliances having a war right now. Just saying. Okay, how big is that main gun? Oh my god, that's huge. That is really goddamn big. Wait, it's got 2? What? Okay, I'm not even quite sure what that means, because it's like ×2 for the 2nd Zabba. That's... yeah. Those are only 9mm machine guns? Maximilian, the leader of the Imperial invasion, commanded this massive tank. It represents the enhanced version of an existing design created to fell enemy castles or fortresses. Under orders from Maximilian, the body was reinforced and fitted with a Ragnite cannon, adding to its already formidable capabilities. It played heavily in the Empire siege Caesar of the citadel at Gibraldio. No, Gearlandia. Ugh. Valkyria common knowledge? Legends of the War of Valkyria, a number of traditions that stem from the ancient people can be found in all areas of Europa, and basic awareness of Valkyria's existence pervades the land as common knowledge. The generally held view of this race is as saviors of the continent who led all of Europa to prosperity, with some going as far to worship them as divinities. That's a lot of eyes. That said, the bloodline is believed to have died out long ago, resulting in a thinning of their presence within the popular consciousness. Today, there are many who view them as historical fact, less as historical fact than as stuff of legend. Well, that turns out to not be completely true. Valkyria worship. Some Europeans hold the Valkyria as the object of religious worship. Known to possess superhuman abilities, the Valkyria are understood as either gods or the vassals of gods in several sects, the largest of them known as Yigdism. The Yigdis faith arose at the start of the 3rd century and gradually spread to all regions of Europa. Its tenets hold that the Valkyria were a race of gods, and its mythology draws heavily from their northern legends brought in during their conquest. Because beliefs have traditionally taken the form of popular superstitions tied closely to everyday practices, regional differences abound, blurring the lines between one sect and the next. Hey, this is specific stuff, although it's still not about the larger conflict going on that's not been explained. Unearthed from excavation sites across the continent, these weapons are thought to have been wielded by the Valkyria. The shields are round, while the lances take the shape of a spiral shell. made from ragnite, more pure than even current refining technology can produce. While some variation exists among these weapon shapes, all of them bear a design known as the Valkyrian spiral as a core motif. Whose contact with Valkyria triggers a physical alteration to the weapon's shape. They are believed to serve as amplifiers for the race's preternatural... I know what that word means, but I can't pronounce it. Preternatural abilities. Okay. It's, weaponry. What do we got? Absolutely nothing. Personnel. Okay, Asara. What's new with Asara? The constant prejudice she faced since childhood due to her dark-skinned blood has fostered not bitterness, but respect for the brother who always stood up for her. I thought we knew that. Reprimanded for the unlicensed planting of vegetables on army property, though the fruits of his labor earned accolades from foodies across the base. Despite her education, and with her military training, ending at middle school level, experience with her own watch earned her the rank of corporal. Kobe. Alicia bears a strong resemblance to the daughter he lost in EW1. Seeing her is a constant reminder of his loss, leading to him to keep his distance. Oh, okay. Wendy. Did I deploy her? Squadmates whisper that she keeps a miniature bomb under her cap. Oh, she applied to be a trooper on the front lines as a way of testing out her bombs. Her squadmates whisper that she keeps a miniature bomb under her cap. Wow, okay. I wonder if we keep having her in the thing, eventually she'll be able to throw special bombs. That'd be cool. Nina. The heavy armor covering tanks and blast suits worn by Lancers run counter to her philosophy of fighting with one's body alone, earning them both her disdain. Okay. Oh, Melville, okay. Full of more pep than even he knew what to do with, he enlisted. Friendly and upbeat, he's quick to befriend pretty much anyone. Okay, how do I... there we go. Okay, she's also a new one. Called Dancer of the Sands, she roamed the desert as an entertainer till the Empire's attack killed business, driving her to enlist. Salvaria. Undefeated since she began to work as one of Maximilian's commanders, her forays into the nations around the Empire have struck with the force of a tidal wave. Maximilian. Said to grant opportunities to talented subordinates, regardless of social rank, he is also known to ruthlessly dispose of anyone useless to his purpose. Wow, what a jerk. Nadine. She's fiercely protective, not only of her fellow Darksons, but of anyone who she has recognized as a friend, readily risking danger to keep them safe. She's also a damn good shot. Let's see, is there anything else? Skirmishes. Yeah, it'll tell me when there's new ones. Okay, I'm gonna call it for now. And, yeah. No. There's the save button. Jesus. There. Done.